Hey gamers, what is good? Squirrely here. Thank you so much for joining me as always. A phrase you guys might have heard before goes something like this: there's always a bigger fish. Meaning, whatever category you're talking about, whatever industry you're in, there's always something bigger and better. There's always going to be someone who's taller than you if you play basketball, or faster than you if you play track. There's always going to be somebody more wealthy than you, doing better than you in your business endeavors. There's going to be someone stronger than you at the gym. There's always somebody bigger or better than you in some way or another. And in Team Fortress 2, it is no different. And as you guys know, I like to talk about the nicer things in TF2, which involves trading, whether it's unusual hats or weapons or taunts or collector's items, whatever it is, these kind of unique things that are really special in Team Fortress 2 that you can build your way up to trade for. So in Team Fortress 2 world, when we're talking about bigger fish, usually I'm talking about like a backpack, meaning what is in your backpack? What have you traded for? What have you bought? What have you unboxed? What have you earned playing in MVM? And you build up these backpacks in value. So we used to value them in earbuds and max heads, now we value them in keys, but at the end of the day, it always goes back to money. Like, how much is your backpack worth in real world money? Now, what you consider to be a lot of money is going to change over time, and it depends on your mental model, right? Like, what is your mental model right now of money, or a lot of money, or a big backpack, or a nice unusual, because it's going to change over time. So think about when you're very young, you're a kid, maybe you go to the arcade, or you go to a pizza parlor, and your mom gives you a $5 bill. And you're like, oh my gosh, I am rich. I've made it. I can get so many quarters. I can play so many games. This is going to be hours of fun. I made it. This is awesome. I made it. I'm rich. I'm done. And then you get older and you realize $5 is not that much money at all. In fact, $5 is nothing. Like, I don't even want to tip someone $5 because it's going to be like insulting. So it all depends on your age, how much money you've made in the past, your mental model. And the same thing goes for TF2. You think about when you're new to TF2, you see your first unusual or your first Australian, and you're like, oh my gosh, wow, what is that? That's amazing. You do some trading, you see that, there's different unusuals, there's different tiers, different levels, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I said, there's always a bigger fish, there's always a bigger backpack. And so in this video, I wanted to find out, who is the biggest fish? Who is the biggest fish in the entire sea that would destroy and obliterate and embarrass every single person on the planet? And to do that, we're going to have to look at the richest person in the world, which is right now none other than Elon Musk. Now, we all know Elon Musk is super, super rich. We know him from Dogecoin, we know him from Tesla and SpaceX and so many other adventures. Super fun, entertaining person. Probably the only reason anyone uses Twitter right now is pretty much for Elon Musk. But aside from that, I want to see if you take that kind of crazy money and put it in TF2, like what would your backpack look like? Like how ridiculous would it be? Because for me, at my peak, when I was trading a lot, buying a lot of unusuals, flipping things here and there, and I was collecting really nice expensive things, whether it's spelled items or exquisite racks, unusual racks, I put my value in my backpack at its peak around $45,000, which sounds like a lot, right? It sounds like a lot for me. And then I compared that to the number one TF2 backpack, which is around $250,000. So smashes my backpack, $250,000 backpack. But of course, Elon Musk being valued at anywhere between $100 to $200 billion. Not hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. That would obliterate the number one TF2 backpack by a mile. Let's take a look. So just to make for easy math and for the sake of this video, let's round it down to a nice even number and say Elon Musk, his net worth is $100 billion. Of course, it's going to be somewhere in between there and 200, but let's just say for the sake of this video, $100 billion. Let's also say that Elon Musk wants to buy the number one TF2 backpack. He wants to drop 250 grand. $250,000 on the number one backpack. How many times do you think he could buy the number one backpack? 1,000 times? 2,000 times? 5,000 times? Try 400,000 times. He could buy the number one backpack 400,000 times. That is just insane. It just blows my mind to think about. There's always a bigger fish, and that is the biggest fish of them all. That is just ridiculous. How about if Elon Musk bought the number one backpack and that's it? He just kept it. How much of that would be of his net worth? So let's say he spends 250 grand. He buys the number one backpack. That would be about 0.00025% of his net worth. Basically, far less than a percent, far less than a tenth of a percent. It's such a small number. He probably loses his net value or his net worth, goes up and down more than that, like per hour, 250 grand per hour, up and down all over the place. So that he could buy the number one backpack in Team Fortress 2 and no one even notice it. Let's also say that Elon Musk really likes playing MVM. He likes destroying robots, fragging robots, getting bot killers, and he's trying his best, he's trying his darndest to get that infamous golden pan. So he's going to play nonstop MVM with his $100 billion. So that's obviously going to be $100 billion worth of tickets, 100 billion tickets. So let's say he's doing 4 tours, he's going to go through that. That's 25 billion tours. 25 billion tours. Let's say it takes about an hour to finish each map. So it's about 4 hours to finish a tour. That's going to take you, if you played MVM 24/7, 4.2 billion days divided by 24 hours of MVM, 365 days a year. We're looking at about 11.5 million years of playing man vs. machine nonstop 24/7. 11.5 million years. Just think about the time span of Earth on a chart. Go back 11.5 million years, and he's just now finishing today, right now, as of watching this video. Now, unfortunately, even after all that MVM, 11.5 million years, Elon Musk just had bad luck. He couldn't get the golden pan. Sorry, keep trying. Maybe in the future, and give it another million years, you'll get it. But let's say Elon Musk, forget it. You know what? I'm not going to win the golden pan. Let me just buy one. How many golden pans could he buy? Now, this is easy math because golden pan, let's value it about $4,000. Seems to be a rough price right now. Divided by $100 billion, that's 25 million golden pans. 25 million golden pans. So let's say he fills up his backpack, one backpack, 3,000 slots. That's the max you can get times 4,000. So a backpack full of golden pans is only about $12 million, which is a ton of money, of course. But for Elon Musk, that is nothing. If you want to max it out, he would have to buy 8,300 backpacks, all maxed out, all 3,000 slots, all full of golden pans, and then he finally hits his number. So 25 million golden pans, that's insane. And just so you know, that's enough to give a golden pan to every single person who lives in Florida and still have a couple million left over. So let's keep going and actually kick it up a notch. Let's look at the cream of the crop, the number one item, most expensive item in Team Fortress 2, which is a clean Burning Team Captain, which I will value at about $15,000 or 6,000 keys. So let's say Elon Musk buys a full backpack, 3,000 slots, maxed out with these Burning Team Captains. That's about $45 million, which is insane. But he has a bunch of money left over. So let's say he spends all of his money on burning TCs. How many can he get? It's about 6.666, a bunch of sixes, which is not a good sign, but over 6.6 million burning team captains, which is ridiculous. And so let's say he's got to put them somewhere. He's going to get a bunch of backpacks, a bunch of alts, max them all out, 3,000 slots each. That's going to get him 2.2 or, 2,200 backpacks, all maxed out, full of burning team captains. Oh my gosh, that's why would you do that? Who knows, but he could do that if he wanted to. Now, to make things even crazier, if that's possible, let's say Elon Musk is feeling lucky. He wants to gamble a little bit. He wants to do some unboxing. So if he's going to unbox, buy keys, let's say he doesn't use the Manco store because they're, super expensive. He's going to buy them, through PayPal or whatever, get keys for like $1.80 roughly. So that's going to get him about 55 billion keys. That's a lot of unboxing. In fact, I don't even know, that could take you, I don't know how many years that would take you to unbox, but that is a lot of unboxing. But what's even crazier to think about, how about if you turn those into metal? Let's assume keys are 50 refined metal right now. That is 2.7 trillion, with a T, trillion refined metal. Now, what are you going to do with all that metal? You have over 1 trillion metal. You might as well make some craft hats. So that would allow you to make 694 billion craft hats. That's a lot of craft hats. But let's say you don't want to turn them into craft hats. Actually, you want to break them down even further. You want to become the god, the ultimate king of the universe of scrap banking. So that 2.7 trillion refined metal would turn into 25 trillion scrap. 25 trillion scrap. You are ultimately the king of scrap banking. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking that's ridiculous, that's insane, those are numbers too big to even imagine or quantify, that is just a whole new another level, but don't forget, I've been taking the lower end of his net worth at $100 billion. A lot of people say it could be up as high as $200 billion, so take everything I just said and calculate it and multiply it by 2 for the higher end. Alright gamers, well that is going to wrap it up for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this fun video, this kind of thought experiment. If Elon Musk had his entire net worth turned into cash and he just went on in Team Fortress 2, what could he do? And it's just crazy to think about. He could buy the entire economy. He could buy the entire economy multiple times. He could buy every single max head in the game and then resell them for like a penny just for fun. Or you could buy all the team captains and give them all away to everyone, 100 times each. Like, it is just wild to think about the numbers that you get out there with someone who has a net worth of anywhere between $100 and $200 billion. Don't forget as well, real quick before you guys go, if you like my content and you want more stuff from me, then liking the video helps out a lot. Appreciate it. A comment as well. Subscribing also helps out. Also with the algorithm, because I think Team Fortress 2 should be way up there at the top whenever you look up a gaming video, and we can get there. We can help it out. So thank you for joining me. Also, don't forget down below, leave a comment just real quick. If you guys had this kind of money and you still play TF2 and you had the time to play and enjoy the game and you had hundreds of billions of dollars, what would you do with it? Would you buy every single max head in the game and just give them away for free? Would you buy up all the earbuds and delete them? Like, you could do anything you wanted. It's just crazy to think about how you could affect the economy in this game overall. So if you still play Team Fortress 2 and you had a net worth of $100 or $200 billion, what would you do with it? Because with great power comes great responsibility. So you kind of gotta be careful. Take care, you guys. Have a great day. Hopefully, I'll run into you guys in casual sometime soon or Uncle Topia. And don't forget to keep a lookout for the next video. And yeah, until then, peace.
4, 3, 2, 1.